After 2 days of trading in Twitter stock, we're starting to think more seriously about the company's future prospects as a business rather than just as an IPO. With me today is Emily Steele, the FT's media and marketing correspondent. Emily, this year about $500 billion, half a trillion dollars worth of ads are going to be sold worldwide. Advertising revenue in the last year at Twitter is only about 400 million. It was nothing. Surely this company can take a lot bigger slice of the pie than it's taking now.
Right, and that's what a lot of investors are betting on. But if you talk to marketers and their agencies, the main thing that these executives will say is that Twitter is very much an experiment, that they aren't 100% sure how these ads work, how they perform, and they're testing and trying out Twitter as a platform for their ads, but they aren't necessarily gearing up to start opening the floodgates to advertising.
How do you know when an experiment like that has succeeded? What will those ad executives be tracking as they consider
So
this?
marketers have a whole host of data. They look at the clicks and where people will go on the site after they will see an ad and after they see it go to Twitter. But if you talk to marketers, for the most part, it's still really fuzzy. They're still really trying to figure out, if you see a tweet from a marketer, how do you respond? How do you think about the brand differently? And so what Twitter is doing is they've brought in some different data companies. One of them is called Datalogix, and what Datalogix does is will help brands figure out, if I see a tweet from Oreo, how many people go and actually buy Oreos in the store the next day.
Is there a natural limit to how many ads can be placed on a Twitter or a Facebook? In other words, how many blank inventory spots are there for advertisers to sell into?
Right, so one of the things that's interesting about the internet is that there is this unlimited amount of inventory for advertising. But
surely in the case of Twitter, I only want to look at so many ads on my stream, on my timeline, as they call it.
No, and that's exactly what these big companies are trying to figure out right now, because they don't want to irritate their consumers. They don't want users to go to their newsfeed and see ads from Pepsi and McDonald's and Coke and Diet Coke and all of these other brands, because then the essence of the service has really disappeared. The other thing that marketers will say as well is that Twitter is such this live stream of information that if you visit Twitter now and then you go back in an hour, everything is different. And if you're a marketer and you're buying an ad in that stream of information, how do they create something that sticks, that's relevant, that's really going to change your perception about a brand and really get you to go and buy something from the store?
Well, we'll see how this experiment plays out.
We will.
Thanks.
Thank you.